So people are spazzing out about your toaster. So apparently you put bread into a toaster, not toast.
Whatever.
And also, what does it do?
You know, listen.
Not really, no.
So you put it in the hole, and it's like sticking out the top.
Yeah.
You know, usually you like push a thing down. Ka-chunk.
Yeah.
This, I press a button, and it slowly like descends.
How would you put? Don't you want to like pop it up and check it and put it down
It's
again?
got a button for that.
How long does it
quick
take?
peek, and it goes, and you have a look, and then you press, gives you like a half seconds, and it takes down again and keeps toasting. Great.
Do you know? Did you ever live with people who messed around with the toaster settings?
You got to change it depending what you put in there, right? So if you
When
put it
do
in
you-
like if you put in frozen bread,
Whoever does that, who does that?
well, a lot of people freeze their bread because otherwise it goes mouldy.
They are monsters, and I would.
And you can
I would
toast
slap
directly
them
from
in the face.
frozen.
Who freezes their? I mean, my nan
Also, if you want
used
to do like a
freeze their bread.
crumpet or a muffin,
Don't.
different timings.
Don't do it. Just don't. I don't want that stuff in my toaster. Or just use my normal bread setting. Don't fuck around with my dial.
Also-
Once I've got my toast dial in the right fucking place, I hate people who piss around with it, and then one day I want toast, and suddenly I'm like, oh
Burn.
shit, it's burning.
Yeah.
Who fucking It shouldn't be on 8. It should be on just above 6. A little bit, but not quite 6 1/4.
I put mine on 3.5.
6 1/8 it should be on. Just putting it out there. So a guy said weirdos freeze bread, and the next guy said everyone freezes bread. We've really polarised our audience.
I don't really freeze bread very often because I don't like I buy like a loaf a week and it usually lasts about a week. But if if I didn't live near a shop, I'd probably freeze a lot more bread.
Don't freeze bread. I mean, Christ, bread costs like 50p. I buy the cheap.
50p. That is cheap.
There's a straw poll available. I don't know what it's for. We're going to find out. Oh my God, look, it's a freeze your bread poll.
Oh,
It's like fucking equal. What the fuck?
it's so
We
polarizing.
found one of these weird things where like half of people
The thing
like
is,
something and half of people don't. It's like Marmite.
If you can't get to the shop, like everyone, less than
I
once a
can't
week.
look. It's totally equal. What the fuck?
Jesus. Then you frozen bread's the way to go.
I can't believe we found one of these. These are really rare when there's like right down the middle splits on stuff.
That's good. It really is very close.
Oh, but frozen is actually slightly edging out. No way.
It's not that far ahead.
I mean, no way though. Seriously, no way. Come on. Are you on the frozen camp?
Well, I don't freeze my bread, but I would if I.
The fuck you are. You're a fucking frozen. I think we should start
There's no reason not to
Fuck
freeze
you.
your bread.
We're not friends anymore.
There's no
You're
reason
a
to not
frozen
freeze
eater.
it. It's fine.
Frozen eaters out. Frozen. If you're a frozen eater, you're going to be banned from chat.
No.
We're going to ban
can't
you.
do that.
We're going to purge you. This is like bread racism. Breadism.
Breadism. There's nothing wrong with
We're
freezing
making
bread.
a new.
It
We're
tastes just
having
as
a
good.
revolution. It's going to be a movement.
Yeah.
We're going to ban bread freezers from filthy freezers.
Filthy bread
fucking
freezers.
Bread freezers. Freezers out. Freezers out. Come on, you're supposed to stand up for the freezers.
Why?
Because you're a bread freezer, you
freeze
fuck.
your bread. It's fine. Nothing's wrong with it.
Is that like the
Just
carrier call?
bloody do it.
That's like the freeze your bread.
Just
it's fine.
do it.
There's nothing wrong with it.
Nothing wrong with frozen
Fine.
bread.
Ah, you filthy bread freezer. You scum.
You want to freeze your bread? Just do it.
Right. That's the movement. That's it. That's it. We found it. I can't believe it.
Well, it's back to 50% again.
I can't believe it's so equal. That is ludicrous.
I love it.
What's wrong if you live in a house, right, and you just have a basket outside that says stick hammers and crap in here,
I guess. Yeah.
and then you just come home and you're like, oh, okay, I've got some more kitchen rolls, some more fairy liquids,
Yeah.
some more.
I can see that being
Oh,
pretty
some
cool.
more frozen bread. I'll just pop that in the freezer. No, I won't, because you're Hitler. Frozen bread Hitler.
Right, let's see if this has worked.
You can have a button in your freezer that says bread. And then every time you take the last slice of frozen, horrible,
Holy
manky
shit.
bread out of the freezer and put it into the toaster like some sort of monster, you can press the fucking button in there and Amazon will send you out a new bread loaf and you can shove it in your freezer.
You wouldn't need
Like
to
a
freeze
twat.
it, though, if you were just getting it every day from Amazon.
I'm sorry. Oh no, it was drone. That's right. An Amazon drone would come down with your loaf of bread.
Loaf of bread.
It'd be a freezer drone. Cookie Crumbs says, finally someone who understands. Don't fuck with my toaster setting, and anyone who freezes bread is a weirdo. Same with my thermostat, no touch. That's exactly how I feel. You do not. There are certain things that are out of bounds.
Fair enough.
P.S. I freeze my bread because I buy 2 at a time.
Oh. Yeah, it's true. If you're getting like a buy one get one free deal, you've got to freeze 1 loaf.
How many times are bread on buy one get one free?
Don't know.
Who is buy one get one freeing on bread? I mean, right, fair enough. I don't know, like, I just feel like bread is one of these things that it's just nicer when it's fresh. Maybe it's me.
Yeah, but toast
Maybe I am
doesn't
bread
matter.
Hitler. I don't know. I just think
Bread Hitler.
that bread is nicer, and by extension toast, but not necessarily, I suppose.
I don't know if this...
P.S. I also freeze my bread. Get out, you scum! I don't. You can have your donation back.
Oh,
Suck.
no, I'll have it.
Lewis, are you going to do a Dota scrubcast with Pyrian again? It was great. Also, frozen bread is gross. I agree with you, Jelly Burner. Frozen bread sucks. Where I work, we have an offer of 2 loaves for £2. Most people buy 2. I know. There's the thing. Like when there's 2 for 1, you tend to buy 2. What can we say?
That's when you freeze the other ones.
Yeah. All right. No, you're not allowed to turn me round to this frozen bread lies. It's not worth doing. Just buy 1. It's only probably £1.20 anyway.
£1 fish.
Getting a second loaf of bread for 80p is not worth it. Patricius 808 says, I'll give you a quickie in the morning, Lewis, if you let me choose the setting for the toaster and freeze my bread. Never! Monster!
Start again.
Phalangia. Now listen here, Lewis.
Phalangia.
Shut the... If you're going to tell me that you eat frozen toast, I'm going to slap you in the face. I eat a lot of bread. And I don't have the time to go and buy more bread every second day. So don't eat so much bread. Calm down on the amount of bread you eat. Eat some carrots.
Look, Lewis, it's not a good solution to...
What?
Should I freeze bread because I have so much bread?
Your
solution is to not buy as much bread. The solution is to freeze
every
it.
day.
And freezing it works perfectly fine.
A loaf a day is too much bread.
Well, it depends. Like if it's a whole family eating it, it's not.
Well, that case you, but individually.
That case you what? You freeze it. Yeah, you freeze it. Yeah.
No, you don't freeze it. You don't freeze it.
Look, you got a very skewed view on food because you live by yourself, and
That's right.
You don't get through that much food, so you don't need to freeze stuff so much.
Listen, Duncan. I'm just saying, you could eat other stuff other than bread. You don't need to eat only bread.
No, I don't think he's saying he's eating only bread.
How about?
But
listen,
imagine you've got 4 children and you're making sandwiches for them every day for school.
Let me
You're going to get through a lot of bloody bread.
A whole loaf of bread into my daily calorie counter. That's far too much bread. That's too much bread. It'll say no. It'll just say those words on the screen. It would be like, no, stop. What are you doing?
Well, what we should do? After this discussion, we should do another straw poll and see if we swayed anyone.
Oh my God! It's been like a debate.
Yeah.
I think people aren't going to come around to the idea of frozen bread. Frozen bread is just a waste of good freezer space, right? If you're going to freeze things, if you have things in your freezer, bread takes up loads of space. There's way
true.
better things to have in your freezer.
But you can have quite big freezers. You've got a big freezer, it doesn't matter.
Most people don't. It tastes funny. It's weird. I only have a slice of bread once every week. Well, aren't you a frugal fucker, long-time fan?
What the hell? Slice of bread
I only
once a week?
eat one slice of bread per week on special occasions. So I freeze the whole loaf, allowing me to only have a tiny amount. So it works with people who eat very little, such as me. Listen, I'm sorry. Thank you for your
on my side. I'm not saying everyone should freeze bread. I'm saying it can be a very good way to store bread. That's all I'm saying.
Guy of M says, Lewis, I changed your toaster setting and have frozen all of your bread.
Owned.
You suck. I hate you.
Oh.
I'm just a bit worried that, like, you're going to be, me living next to you is going to, like, make you go mad. I'll be, like, coming in all the time saying, hey, Duncan, you got any frozen bread I can borrow?
Yeah.
Run out of bread.
Loads of it.
It's like, yeah, my freezer's fucking full of it. I haven't got anything else.
My freezer's way too small.
What are you talking about?
I don't freeze my bread.
You're going to get kicked out of the frozen bread club.
No, I'm not saying I freeze my bread. I'm just saying it's a good thing to do.
Communicate.
God damn, this is even worse now.
Lewis is a patrician whom need his bread at all times to remain happy. No time wasted to freeze his bread. Right. I could start spouting like bollocks. I could say freezing bread gets rid of all the nutrients.
Don't think it does though.
I don't think it does, no. Freezing bread causes cancer.
Don't think it does.
I don't think it does either. Freezing bread.
You're making up crap. You can't make up crap.
I can do some negative.
Jesus Christ!
I could do some negative media for frozen bread.
Why can't I just get this thing to flipping?
Frozen bread caused 9/11. Frozen bread is. Oh, I don't want to say anything else controversial. Lewis, bread goes stale not because it dries, but because the starch in the bread slowly crystallizes. If you freeze the bread, the process is halted. However, if you put it in the fridge, the crystallization accelerates. Listen, Anders Cockers, neither the freeze breaders nor the non-bread freezers would ever consider putting their bread in the fridge. What kind of madness, what kind of insane world are you living in where you put your bread in the fridge and you end up with damp, soggy bread like a madman?
On the other hand...
No, you don't.
On the other hand, if you put bread in the fridge, it does go stale faster, true. But it goes mouldy slower. So if you're finding that your bread is going mouldy before it goes stale, then you can put it in the fridge. There you go.
Fridge scum. if there's something which freezer lovers and freezer haters can agree on, if there was some middle ground, it would be that they uniformly hate those people that fridge their bread.
Yeah.
Just saying. Sour Milk Baby says, Lewis, if Sips turns into a blob, will he freeze his bread to help him shed a couple pounds? Sips is impossible for Sips to put weight on because he's a vegetarian. Show me a fat vegetarian. You can't. To build the plane.
Got no reverse, which is a bit of an issue.
I'm too busy looking at myself in the mirror. I'm like a real woman driver. Wow.
Oh my god.
Ice burn. I'm going to be off now to eat frozen bread for din-dins. Because my freezer is full of bread. And secretly, that's the way it is, right? Secretly, I'm a hypocrite. You know, all dictators and all people who preach the non-frozen bread.
Yeah.
Name of the non-frozen bread are actually, turns out, plot twist, M. Night Shyamalan moment. M. Night Shyamalan man?
M. Night
Shyamalan. M. Night Shyamalan. M. Night Hakuna Matata Shamatalan. A ding dong.
Ding dong.
Goodbye.
Yeah, bye everyone. We'll see you next week.
Shamalam. Ding dong.